This man reigns from Akron, Ohio, the red line of the auction business, Conky's Flippin Adventurs. Conky. Oh, man.
Hey.
All right, this man needs no introduction, but they're paying me to do this, so the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. What the Hales, Jeremy! Dun, dun.
I'm here. Look at that. It's real. It's not just the
And
word.
from out west, Sandusky, Lorain, Ohio, some people call him Guapo with a capital G. What up?
What am I the Hey, Rob.
Hello, Mr. Flippin Adventurs, Conky. And hello, everybody. Welcome tonight. Hope everyone's having a great evening. We appreciate you checking out. I just sent the link out. I thought I sent it out earlier. I forgot, so I'm sure What the Hales will be on in a minute. Guapo, well, he'll be late as usual.
Yeah, I just now got it.
Yeah, I just sent it out. I meant to send it out, and then Shane needed a computer, and I was like, oh, just go on. I'll send it out in a minute, and I totally forgot. Imagine that, Conky.
Yeah, imagine that.
Of course, so much to do. And thank you, Bonnie, everyone. Appreciate if you can hit the thumbs up. Helps the channel. But help everybody out there. Hello. I appreciate you guys so much. Hopefully you guys liked that last video I put out yesterday. I don't know if you got to check it out at all, Conky.
I haven't got a chance to see it yet.
I bought this 8x20 storage container because I seen that toolbox with some slot cars in it. And, man.
Oh, that's the one where you sent me the picture of.
Oh, that's the one I sent the picture. Yes.
Yeah.
And I can tell you what, that unit, better and better and better. And there's a bunch of videos coming, so it's going to be interesting.
Cool.
What?
Ugh.
This is my new light I just hooked up, man. What do you think? I can
Not
change
bad.
it. I can change.
Oh, look at that color change.
Woo!
Nice.
So which color do I look like at best here? Maybe this one. I think this one. And maybe
Nice solid blue.
add a little bit of light. So
Nice
How's
solid
it?
blue.
just telling everyone first off, hello, of course, and Mr. Hales, hello. How are we doing today?
Doing good. I'm here adjusting this camera. I'm like, what is going? It didn't go on this camera. It went on the laptop. Went on that camera.
Oh, nice. Oh, it looks good. Trim lightly, huh? Nice. So I was talking about this unit that I bought, this 8x20 shipping container. I put out the
I
first
heard it was amazing.
It's even better than I thought.
Wow.
Even better than I thought. Shane's like this. He goes, you said it was a lot of lots, but this is going to be a whole auction. I said, yeah. So.
Oh, boy.
Best unit ever or best unit this year?
Yeah, this year. Yeah, ever. That's whoa. Don't get too close to the light. Ever. That's a tough one. It's definitely not the best unit ever.
I got something to show you. I got out of a unit this week. Nobody's gotten to see the video yet, but
Sneak peek. Sneak peek.
this is a sneak
We like
peek.
sneak peeks.
Sneak peek. Nobody even knows that I bought a unit yet. But
Oh my God.
so this is where the wild things grow.
Oh, I remember that book.
Okay. Now, where is it? 59 of 80 by the artist right there.
That is awesome.
Nice.
So now this goes in my office with a bunch of other stuff that probably should not stay here in Florida.
Max Lab says, hey, Jeremy.
What's up?
He says, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? I gotta change this light now. There you go. Much better. That's a quick change. There it goes. Much better. Whoa. Too much light.
What's up? So I did buy a unit, but nobody's seen it yet.
But you got that awesome piece of art out there.
I did get that out of there. George and I went to a storage unit auction on Monday. There was supposed to be 54 units in Jacksonville. It ended up being 11. And I went, you know what? I'm buying. And I did. And next month, April 1st, they're supposed to have 190 units up for auction.
Is that a
So they'll have
joke?
15.
You sure? You said April 1st?
I'm
This
just
ain't one of
saying.
those April Fool's things. You're trying to get us to come down there, and you're like, April Fools!
Yeah.
Suckers.
I mean, sometimes you got to do what you got to do.
Is this the biggest prank ever?
190 units. Have either of you ever been to an auction with 190 units live?
If they have 100 units live, let alone, that would be a lot.
Can you imagine
Wow.
if only like 189 people showed up?
Everybody got one, and one person got two.
You know how long that line would be to pay for the unit? Just joking.
It'd
You
be
wait for
something.
189 people to pay. So the police on this, I guess the information they said hopefully will be available tomorrow. I guess it takes time. The report's got to be written, and they got to transfer it over. I'm trying to get the body camera from the police officer on this unit. If you guys checked out that video, the question is who did it, who done it, and the suspects. I don't know. You guys probably didn't have time to check out this video, but we're going to go through it today, and I want you guys to tell me what you think in the end. Okay? This is what we know. The unit, I went to the unit within less than an hour after the unit sold. Okay? So whatever transpired happened. No one could have went through the entire unit, took all the stuff out within. I mean, they could have, and within that hour time frame, but highly unlikely, right?
Yeah, very unlikely.
Okay. So this is what we know from the information I gathered from the people that were around. When I arrived to this facility, first off, the red lock was on the unit that the facility puts on the unit, but it's not a disc. It's not a disc lock. It's a red lock.
So everybody understands the persons who owned it and lost the unit, their lock is typically still on, and the facility puts a lock on, and they usually, most facilities paint their locks red. That's what Rob means by red lock.
Right. So like Jeremy said, it's the facility's lock that they put on there. Also, when they put it on an online storage auction, they put a tag on the unit. That tag was missing when I walked up to the unit. Their red lock was on there, and there was a disc lock that they said they did not put on there, and they didn't have keys to. The manager that was there. So she called the other lady. The lady comes 20 minutes later. She cuts it, and she goes, well, I'll know as soon as I open it up if someone's been in the unit or not. She opens it up, and she's like, oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, someone's been in here. So the one lady says she's been working there for 3 weeks. Okay. The one lady is the lady that cut the locks and went into the unit with the regional manager or whatever else. Then you have the guy that cut the lock with her, whoever the regional guy is, or, you know what I'm saying, the other manager, because two of them cut the locks. They went into the unit and saw baseball cards and old stuff.
Just so everybody knows, in front of Rob right now, he has all16 of papers, tacks, and yarn tying everything together, and he is going to solve this.
I'm trying. Okay. So now we have 3 suspects. The lady that's worked there for 3 weeks, because if first you always got to think it's an inside job, but it might not be. But we got.
No inside job is a single person job when it comes to storage units and big ones. This has got to be at a minimum 2 people.
Well, so if you say 2 people, then probably the people that cut the locks, possibly.
Boyfriend of the female workers. I mean, this I've seen that happen before. But called the boyfriend, come and get it all.
Well, so we have those 3 people. Now, supposedly there was some nephew that the guy who passed away that owned the locker. There was a nephew. I don't know exactly how, but she mentioned a nephew. So he would have known what's in the storage unit that would have value if you're going to break into a storage unit. So he could be a suspect. Then the storage facility recently just got new gates and new security camera installed. Okay. Now, this is a long shot. I'm not saying it's I'm just throwing this out there because I don't know when that happened. You would have to correlate the time. But it's possible that they cut the storage unit locks. That person was in there when they were installing the new camera system, and they were over there talking about it because, you know, these people, oh my gosh, did you see that unit? It's full of all these antiques, collectibles, these baseball cards, da-da-da. But that person would have access to the camera system and to the gate system. Okay. So after all that's said and done, this is what we know. Someone somehow accessed the gate code
To the new gate and fence system.
They said what happened was someone kept punching in numbers, okay? And the lady, one thing she said, well, it's strange because there's only a few gate codes that work 24 hours a day. Almost all of them are limited access between 11 o'clock and 6 o'clock. But this person was coming in at 2 something in the morning after they got a gate code that supposedly they just punched in after so many times and it started working. But now that gate code's even highly more unlikely for the simple fact of where, you know what I'm saying, if there's only a few gate codes that are 24 hours, what's your chances of just randomly punching in that gate code? It's like randomly talking to this guy.
Hey.
What's up?
What's up?
So
What's up, guys? How's everybody doing?
So somebody got the gate code. Somebody had to know where the storage unit was, or at least they knew that the guy had stuff that was worth value in the storage unit. I think he froze.
Oh, no, he's not frozen.
It looks like I'm just a floating head.
What's up, Jeremy?
What's up?
What's up?
Did Robert tell you what he just seen in person or what?
Nope, I didn't get to that.
Oh,
Your
man.
crack? He's seen that before. He's told me.
Yeah, it's almost like
but
a
he says no. He says no to crack.
Legends crack. It's not plumbers, it's legends.
Are you talking about your vehicle? Am I not supposed to tell anybody yet?
No, I think I posted this short today.
Did you put a video out? Andrew bought a new car. Show him a picture, Andrew. Show him a picture.
Let me see if my phone's alive.
Oh, your phone's alive for a picture.
I posted a short today on my channel, dude. I seen everything, dude. Showed it.
Gotta check out the short.
Holy smoke.
Uh-oh.
Check the.
Oh, he's looking for it.
I'm looking for it, but George posts like 10 shorts, 15, 20 shorts a day, man. All gets mumble jumbled in here. He forgot what we taught him.
Oh! Hold on. Full screen. There it is.
Did he get that at auction?
Andrew?
Hey, is it me? Am I lagging?
No.
Oh, yeah, no.
You said, did you get it at auction?
Corvette that I bought. There's going to be a new episode out. I can't wait. I'm almost done with it. And yeah, guys, it's awesome.
How fast does it go? How fast does the Corvette go?
Not that fast.
Yeah, those
So-
old Corvettes are
It's,
pretty much comparable to what you could get out of a 4-cylinder these days.
yeah, yeah. Like its pickup isn't fast, but man, it sounds good. It's a 70.
Found it.
So, guys, video is coming out very soon.
What year is it?
79, man. T-top.
The T to the T dot.
Is that one you bought off of that guy that you were showing a couple weeks ago?
Yeah,
Is your uncle going to buy it?
I think so, man. He wants to, but he's already offered me $8,000 for it.
How much did you pay for it?
It's a lot of money, man.
You told us last week you were paying $5.
I got it for 45. It's not that bad.
I'll tell you what. I'll give you 25.
No, you wouldn't give me 25.
You're right, because I'm 80K deep right now in legal fees, so I ain't got the money.
Did you just set me up for that, dude? Did you just set me up for that?
And I'm gonna have to cancel Christmas in the Creek 2024. So
Dude, you knew
don't make any travel plans yet.
Why
You're so
not?
funny, bro. I swear, man. This guy, man. You cued me, bro. You just cued me on live, bro.
He got you right there, man. Boom. Set it up.
They got me where you needed me, bro.
You put the ball on the tee, and then you just
I got cued, bro. I got cued. You're
so.
That's the way it works.
I'm hoping the police or sheriff's department, they're investigating it actually. So that is a positive note. Now these people had one lead supposedly. Turkey Cheese said, Jeremy, I'm confused. If I missed something, why that judge keeps saying you posted the depositions when I thought you said you would post when more appropriate time.
Because I did post parts of the deposition.
There you go, Tricky Cheese. He did post some of them.
Not all 7 hours, but
What?
Tricky Cheese.
my mom died. Miss Preston, what proof do you have that your
Thank you,
mom
Tricky.
died? My mom didn't die. I tell the truth. I don't lie. That's the thing. I don't lie.
We live in a thing, but that's the thing.
We live in different things. Oh my goodness, the amount of T-shirts I could make with things that has been said.
We can
So-
make T-shirts.
Now the storage facility, the manager told me she had one suspect. Supposedly a person rented a storage unit on Sunday night, and they believe that's the person broke in on Tuesday evening, and they're closed on Wednesdays. And the last time that person used the code was Thursday morning before I picked up the unit at 5-something in the morning. But it looked like they came in and out multiple times with that code. So either they had a small vehicle and went through and were loading up so much at a time. But they definitely took a lot of stuff. It would have been a good van full of stuff. So this is what we know. So from all the information, what do you guys think? You would think who did it? Who did it?
I think it was Guapo.
I want to say it was Jeremy. I was just going to say it was Jeremy, but he just beat me to it.
Conky?
Actually.
What do
I
you guys
set him up for that.
Well, I guess
Cued me again, bro. You're cueing me.
Here, you're a bad man. Thank you, Harry Williams. That's Manatee. Jeremy, you're a bad man. What's this? John boy. Look at that beautiful water. That looks like where we went python hunting.
Bottle hunting.
Yeah.
It was iridescent.
Iridescent. Thank you. We appreciate it, man. But that was so now the guy that supposedly rented this room, they called his number because there was no lock on his unit. So that's why they called him. And the number was no good. The address he put in went back to a security and safe company. So now if someone did break in there, supposedly they shut off the cameras. And they shut off I don't know if their security system or what, but they said they shut both. They said a security system. I don't know where the security system exactly would be in a storage facility area, except for maybe the office area. But supposedly they shut off the cameras. Now, the one lady says she turned the cameras back on Thursday morning. And I was like, you turned them back on? So how the guy turn them off? You know what I'm saying? Usually you would like cut the cameras, right?
Man, this sounds like a girlfriend let in a boyfriend.
You think so? Can't be Guapo because he doesn't remember gate code. Sounds like the new employee because they knew when it would be picked up.
But Guapo does go and cut other people's locks off of storage units and then opens it and goes, "Did I buy this?"
I remember one time he had some guy's unit half loaded in his van before they realized it wasn't.
Francis, thank you. I appreciate it. Oh my gosh.
So
Well, I think it's stuck a couple times.
Here's the question, Rob.
Yes.
Are there any other businesses in the area with security cameras that would have caught somebody coming and going at that time?
Well, here's the thing. The times this person was coming and going was 2, 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning, 5 in the morning. So my thing would be, and it's a main drag in Medina. You know, that's like the main road in Medina. I would have to imagine there's got to be some. I would think the city or I would think they would have cameras somewhere, but maybe not. But you would think there had to be a camera somewhere because how much traffic is going that time of day?
A bunch of traffic, Rob. They knew Second Sense was gonna be there.
Because some people were like, "Oh, Rob, it was probably the person that bid against you and all this other stuff." They didn't have time. And the crazy thing is, like, why did they put another lock on it? And why did they take off the red lock and then put the red lock back on? Now, people said, oh, you can easily pop those with 2 hammers. You could pick those lock easily, all this other stuff. And they said you put it back on not to draw attention. And a lot of people said those locks, a key will fit, like open that lock. A lot of keys will open that lock because it's a generic type of lock that they use at storage facilities. I'm not sure.
It probably was your arch nemesis. Third dollar. Second Sense and $3 are always like this.
Man, $3. Let me tell you something. Back in 08, we were butting heads. Me and
Second Sense and first dollar.
Oh, man. Jeremy, your cliffhanger today? You had a good cliffhanger?
Oh, it's a good cliffhanger.
Are you still hanging?
I'm hanging. Nobody can even believe. I can't even believe it. I'm smack dab in the middle. I mean, I had another conversation with my lawyer tonight, and he goes, this is absolutely going to the Supreme Court. And I went, might as well get it there sooner rather than later. This battle in court is no longer about an injunction. It is absolutely not about an injunction. It is 100% about constitutional freedom of speech. And this thing could blow up and be the new. It could be the new case law in the aspect of online protecting freedom of speech, because
I don't think people understand that.
This is huge. What's going on right now?
Yeah, I find it hilarious that the judge thinks that his little rules and his little laws trumps the First Amendment. And that you're supposed to kowtow to his screwed up opinion.
Appreciate it, Gail Davis. Yeah, the judge, well, we already know there's a lot to say there, but I might get an injunction against me. No,
I've never, for somebody who's supposed to be listening, I've never heard somebody talk so much.
Oh my goodness, right?
His job is to listen, not to sit there and run his mouth the whole time.
Oh my gosh.
Like this thing is blowing up big, and we both my lawyer, both of my lawyers, I have two. I have a team, one that's representing in court and one that's counsel outside of court. And well, actually, honestly, there's 3, but we both believe this is absolutely going to end up Supreme Court. So one of the things he wants me to do, he was talking to me tonight, is he wants me to call.
Are you talking about Supreme Court, like the Supreme Court?
Washington.
Not like the head court of Florida.
Yeah,
It's got to go through different appeals process before it makes it to there.
Yeah, you got to get to the appellate courts and all that fun, and work your way up, and they have to recommend it to the Supreme Court.
But he wants me to hold an official press conference about all with the press, because really what it ends up doing, if you can take away my freedom of speech, then your guys' is next. Then millions of YouTube channels are next. The media. I mean, where does it end? Where does it go? So he wants me to hold a press conference.
Honestly, Jeremy, I think part of the problem is this may be the first time the courts have dealt with 20 years ago, we didn't have the technology.
Stalker?
Huh?
A mentally unstable stalker?
No, I guess what I was going to say was 20 years ago, we didn't have the technology to put this kind of thing on our own channels on the internet. If a court proceeding was going to be on TV, a network had to do it, and networks just weren't interested in doing that kind of thing unless it was some high profile case, and then the judge would order it not brought. I like the OJ trial. They ordered that not broadcast, even though they could. They ordered it not. And when you go from one or two networks to literally everybody with a phone in their hand can record and put on their YouTube channel, the court starts to lose control of who they can say, no, you can't put this on the internet. See, you went and got the court recordings and put those on the internet. He wasn't pleased with that. But the truth is, anybody could have done that. Anybody could have put it on.
And he doesn't get to decide. He doesn't get to decide if I cannot put up public information. So he's way overstepping his bounds. Way overstepping. But Conky, you could have done it. Rob, you could have done it. Guapo could have done it. You three could have public record requested all of those hearings, and you three could have put it up.
That's the
and
thing.
We could do that, in fact, with any case going on anywhere.
Exactly.
And that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm going to get all the stuff I'm waiting for the sheriffs to process everything, and I'm going to get all that information. And one person said, Rob, I can't believe you're videotaping an investigation. I said, first of all, the police isn't videotaping it. Storage facility, well, if they have their cameras on, is taping it. So, I mean, of course I'm going to tape it. And the investigation part of it, it's like, it's public information. It's out there. Anyone could go get the access to it. You could go to the same person and go get all the information. Just like Jeremy, he got all the information. It's all public record.
Not only that, people need to see that you are broadcasting that theft and that investigation, and hopefully he's caught or she's caught or they're caught. Sound like the Thomases now. And or if, but, and let people know that us buyers aren't going to tolerate that. And that we are watching, and that we will take it to the end to make sure there's accountability.
So I mean, somebody, I try to tell people, 90% of robberies and theft is usually someone that knows. People don't usually randomly just walk around breaking into houses. Usually they break in a house because they know that person has something of value, and it's someone that typically most theft is someone not all of it, but 90% of theft is someone just like this. They didn't randomly break into all the storage units there. One storage unit was targeted, and it was just happened to be someone that passed away. So whoever did it, they figured, well, the guy's dead, so what kind of crime is it really? We're just stealing from a dead person, I guess. I don't know if that's their logic or whatever, but or they're just like, that guy had so much money in that storage unit, we got to break in there and risk whatever to steal it. I mean, that's, and they weren't there one time, supposedly. Now, all that stuff could be falsified if you're doing an inside job.
Karma.
Yeah, there's got to be somebody there that knows what was going on.
I dated that girl once, Karma.
Karma.
She got me back. She got me good in the end.
Always comes back around, doesn't it?
So something that, speaking of hearings and legal stuff and all that, I kind of screwed up.
Conky's going to jail?
Not that.
Noreen's not watching, is she? I don't want. Don't admit that to her.
Breaking news: Conky's going to jail.
You guys are idiots.
My lawyer says to me tonight. He goes. You know what? At this point, I don't care if I go to jail for you. He goes, I'm going to jail for you. And he goes, I don't care. We're going all the way. I'm going to jail for you. And he goes, but you are bailing me out.
Well, if he goes to jail for contempt of court, I don't think they set bail for that, do they?
I don't know.
I think that if he's in there for contempt of court, then it's just up to the judge to.
Yeah, lets him out when he gets apologizes usually.
Yeah. No, I'm just wondering if Jeremy, percentage-wise, I don't know how many people are in Levy County, okay, but percentage-wise, how many voting people do you think are actually watching this trial?
Quite a few.
Okay,
I think there's a huge. I know the entire court staff is watching.
So, Jeremy, how do you keep your sanity with the circus of a zoo animal, kangaroo court? I only see a tidbit of your life, and I feel like I'm losing my sanity watching it at times.
Jordan's doing 100 push-ups right now because he lost in chess.
Oh, Jordan is?
That's how I keep my sanity. I randomly listen to Guapo. But I think there's a large portion, Conky. I think there's a large portion watching.
So the question is, what do you think this guy's chances are of getting reelected?
If I have anything to do with it, none.
And
Yeah,
you think that probably
we need you for mayor.
So he knows that you're putting all this online. Do you think he's just pissed at you because he knows that his job's at stake now?
No. I think ultimately he's mad at Mark Feather, who he can't stop bringing up. And then he associated me with Mark Feather, and now he doesn't have control of me. So here's the thing: he illegally takes away my rights, and I exercise my legal rights, and I keep putting videos out. And he keeps saying, don't do it. And there's no law that says I can't do it. So he feels as if, oh my goodness, this guy is out of control. What am I going to do? Well, he has no legal bounds to put me in any type of control. So when I'm going to go into court again, and he goes, all the court cases, all the cases, all the hearings are on YouTube, and they're going to fight and argue that, and he's going to be mad. So what? He couldn't stop it. I told you I didn't want that. Great. I told you I did want it. Oh, wait, that's right. You didn't let me speak. So I would have told you I did want to. Doesn't matter. His preference doesn't trump law.
Yeah.
It's public record. I mean, come on.
Maybe you should be a judge, Jeremy.
Ooh, Judge Jeremy. That's like Judge Judy, but Judge Jeremy.
Yeah, I like that.
Guapo, here's the thing about that.
You might be on to something. I don't know.
Everybody thinks that you have to be a lawyer to be a judge, but I don't think you have to be one.
No, you don't. You're an elected official. You don't have to be anything to be a judge, to be honest with you.
I think you just have to run and win.
Most times you're supposed to know the law, but that doesn't mean I'm sure
that'd be helpful.
Lots of judges out there that don't know the law. Judge Jeremy, man, that does sound good.
Judge Jeremy.
Dun dun dun. Before Judge Jeremy today is Guapo. He sold a quarter
Guilty!
Conky.
The YouTube People's Court.
Hold on a second.
The Tubetown Court.
I plead the fifth.
I plead the fifth. I plead the fifth. Oh man, he's learning.
I'm admitting guilt, but I don't want to say anything.
See, he learned. He's pleading guilty, but he don't want to say he's guilty.
I don't want to say nothing.
Oh man. Dun dun dun. Judge.
I need the max win.
He's the judge, the jury, and executioner. That's Judge Dredd. Sorry, that was a different one. Sorry.
I feel like
I'll take
John
it,
Wick with the Corvette. I feel kind of like John Wick.
Where's the puppy dog?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good.
Keep your dog safe.
Keep your dog safe.
Should get a puppy.
Jeremy, you already got a couple of gavels.
That's true.
Order!
We do have some gavels.
That is funny. Thank you, Harriet Williams. Some gavels.
I need the max win.
So how far through that $7,000 retainer do you think Nutjob's going through?
Absolutely has had to burn through it already. So, I mean, for people that don't understand, and Conky, I'm sure will verify this as well. Court is a chess game, and many aspects of court are literally a chess game of motions and things that are in motion. And most court cases don't actually get heard; they get resolved outside of court. And so it is an aspect of a chess game. And part of my chess game, unapologetically, was to put out extremely long videos making her lawyer spend all of the money that I should get back in sanctions anyway. And so I think well over $7,000 just in the past couple of weeks of just watching the videos. Or he's not watching them, one or the other.
Craig is a crank.
Well, I mean, do you think that you don't think this is the kind of lawyer that would hang in there after the money's burnt out just to?
No, his reputation is 100% of I'll take your money, and when it's gone, see ya. You know,
the judge got his law degree from a cereal box.
So he's got a reputation of he'll take anybody's money, and then when he burns through it, it's gone, and so is he.
Wow, thank you, Joan. Very nice sandcastle there too. But that is a little crazy. So the judge, the lawyer, it's a good show. You can't make this up. You know what I'm saying? That's the crazy part about it. Like the reality part is just, it's crazier than any show on TV. I mean, it's just,
you couldn't write it. You can't write Otter Creek. Otter Creek writes itself.
It writes itself. It's a great thing. It just writes itself. And the judge got his law degree from a cereal box. So, I mean, that just goes. I wish I got that cereal. Only thing I got was got this little thing, and you spun it like a top, you know. That's about it. See, when I grew up, I came from a family of 6 kids, but my 2 older brothers were, you know, they weren't really eating breakfast so it was like my one brother, my sister, and me. So it's like you always want to be like the first one to open the box to get the toy, you know. It was you know, you're like, oh. And like, you know how it was. You've been there.
Flippin Adventur is doing all the research tonight. Mayor Dan's in there too. I keep thinking, man, I can't wait to go back home. Life is so much easier with Mayor Dan. But I have a bombshell. You know what? I don't have it with me. We'll have to wait on it. See if I can get it to me.
So Guapo,
What's up?
Your bet was 100 push-ups.
Yeah, it was 50, and he wanted to double up, and I was nervous because I knew I was gonna be on AA, so I knew it's gonna be hard to, like, you know, concentrate. But I checkmated him, so he's got 25. He did 25 on the sideline. He still has 75 to go. I don't think he's gonna be able to get it in like that, but
I don't think Guapo could even do 25. What do you guys think?
Actually, I lost the last bet about a couple of days ago, and I actually did 100. So yeah, at one
Prove
time.
it. Do 25 right now
No.
on camera.
No way.
Prove it. Do
No.
25 on camera.
Hit the
You're
thumbs up,
scared.
everybody. Help it out.
You're scared. What are you so scared of?
I'll do 25.
You been eating too many cashews?
25.
I'll do 25 all day.
Right now, do it on camera. I don't
No,
think
you
can.
gotta do it. You gotta do. I'll do 25
Let's all
if
do 25.
if you do 5. If you do 5 full push-ups, I'll do 25.
Five?
5 full push-ups. Nope. We gotta see it. We gotta see it.
All right, where's your 25?
Oh man. All right, I got you.
Oh man.
Oh my God, Rob, what are you doing on the other side of the screen right now?
Can't tell you.
What did you drop your mic?
I thought the camera fell. I thought the camera fell down his plumber crack.
You like
What
that?
the hell happened?
This guy, his plumber crack, his second sense crack.
Oh my god.
man.
That was too funny.
I knew he couldn't do 25.
Let me do some sit-ups. Hang on a second.
But what I was trying to do is turn the laptop sideways, and then like when I was a kid, you know, you do the push-ups against the wall. You know,
Oh yeah.
like watch this, I can do it one finger. Ugh. I forgot. It's like it didn't work as well as I thought.
It was
Hold
a
on,
good
hang
try.
on a second. Let me do a push-up.
Hold on, I'm walking down the stairs. I'm taking the elevator. Oh,
Rob, what are you in, a tent?
no. No, I mean, actually, it's a teepee,
It's a sand dune.
and I got a giant harmonica.
You're with the Javas. The
Giant
Jawas.
harmonica.
Dude, I love that harmonica.
Look at
What's up,
He's like
Jordan.
one of those guys that come into the screen.
Jordan? How many push-ups did you do?
50.
All right.
We need to
Sometimes I dream he is me. You have to sneeze all I dream to be. Boom, 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 boom. I dream I move, dream I groove like Jordan. If I could do push-ups like Jordan, I wanna be like Jordan. If I could do push-ups like Jordan.
I'll vouch for Drew. He did 100 push-ups when I beat him.
Guapo.
That's why I'm honored.
Yeah, right. Never.
I promise you. I would've
Never.
lied. There's no need for me to lie. Period.
It looks like Jordan's on TV.
Yeah, it does.
I am.
Big Guapo do him on his knees.
Hey,
No.
you're in the All-Star game right now.
Yep.
Jeremy
Hey,
Bombshell.
everybody wants
Max
to-
Lab says. Thanks, Max Lab.
There is a big bombshell coming.
Boom!
Huge bombshell coming. I might I don't have it with me. I think I might release it in the Tuesday night town hall meeting.
Ooh.
Release
Town
what?
hall.
A ferret?
Say what now?
Release what? A ferret?
You remember that Ray Stevens song? The day the church went berserk at the squirrel went berserk at the First Baptist Church. No, the bombshell information, the news, man, the news,
Okay.
the breaking news story.
So what would have more effect? A loose ferret
Vicky
or the
Paget.
news story?
The news story.
Okay. I just want to
Definitely
make sure it was
news story.
more powerful than a ferret running around.
Thank you, Vicky. super sticker with the big V for victory, Jeremy. Vicky for victory.
I hope we get the victory soon. Right now, I can't wait to get home to Ohio. I'm like, all right, come on, May. Heat up.
Well, what are you going to do if this case isn't done by the time you're ready to come home? You have to stay down there and
well, even if there is a final hearing, which is scheduled for March 1st, tomorrow morning is my deposition. So my depo is tomorrow at 9 a.m. And then
March 16th, Jeremy.
All right. So apparently I'm flying home March 16th for the big auction. But even if there's a final hearing on March 1st, then it'll go to appeals. I mean, I'll have to fly back and forth. So, and we already planned it's going to go through appeals, appellate,
Hello from Sweden. That judge must work
Well, I
for
mean,
you, Jeremy. He specs in circles, so craziness. $7,000 just to spin away. Watch you from Sweden. Okay.
Thank you so much.
here's
That's
the
all.
thing.
Hoffbeck. That's it. I wish I could go. I would like to go to Sweden.
In order for
The Swedish chef.
this to go through the appeals process, obviously you have to lose, right?
Yeah, I have to lose first.
And what does losing look like? She gets her
So here's what losing looks like, okay? This is the ridiculous of it, all right? Losing looks like I get an injunction. And in Florida, like in Ohio, they're maximum of 5 years. In Florida, it can be permanent. It can be indefinite till death, okay? So what's the injunction do? The injunction says that I can't communicate with her. Well, I don't anyway. So what does that do to my life? Nothing. Says I can't be within 500 feet of her. Okay. Well, I don't want to be. I don't want her anywhere near me. So what does that do to my life? Absolutely nothing. But the area that they're trying to affect is freedom of speech, taking away what I post videos about, which are part of my life, such as court. So they're trying to take all freedom of speech away. That is the fundamental fight right now. Who cares about the injunction? The injunction means nothing. And nobody in their right mind would pay $80,000 in legal fees, both in Ohio and Florida right now, because of an injunction. All right? Nobody. That's not the fight. The fight is not that right now. The fight is freedom of speech. Now, I would love to see every YouTuber join hands with me. I would love to see national media attention, because it literally is attacking every YouTuber. It literally is attacking every media outlet. So, but right now it's a solo fight. It is me versus DeThomasis in Levy County, Florida, Podunk or Levy County, Florida, for a fundamental constitutional right of all citizens of the United States. Freedom of speech is protected.
And that's why we live in this country in the first place.
That's what it is. And it's crazy right now. Lynette is the sideshow. The main event is the attack of constitutional freedom of speech.
Rob, do I have to be an auctioneer to sell on hybrid? Kicking with Yaya. That's a good question. I would have to imagine it's probably what state you live in. In Ohio, you have to be an auctioneer to sell on hybrid. I could tell you that much. And I don't know much about other states, but I know about Ohio. And yeah, you have to be an auctioneer to sell on hybrid in Ohio. So I could tell you that much. I would check with the state you live in. But chances are you might have to be an auctioneer to sell on hybrid. But there's other platforms where you don't have to be an auctioneer to sell on. And Guapo, he sells on a couple platforms and things like that. And there's definitely an audience out there. So you don't have to go just on hybrid. But hybrid, I believe, yeah, you probably have to be an auctioneer. What do you think, guys?
I don't know.
That might be a requirement of hybrid, though.
Yeah, check hybrid's requirements. I'm gonna vote no, though. I'm pretty sure you could have. I'm pretty sure you don't have to be licensed and bonded to sell on hybrid.
See, I think you do.
Because that guy Larry has that Larry guy from the flea market was selling on hybrids, and he didn't.
Well, no, he wasn't selling that. He was selling through another company with a license.
He was using.
He was selling on Rust Belt.
Thank you, Ulf. Huffbeck. Right, correct. Peb says, thank you for narrating the gobbledygook judges circle talk. Glad I didn't have to hear the screechy one. Also, why do I getting unsubs to y'all channels? You know what? That's a YouTube issue, and they will unsub people. So anybody out there, if you haven't seen one of our videos lately or anything updates, so if you haven't seen Storage Legends or Conky's or What the Hales or Second Sense, sometimes you have to unsubscribe and resubscribe, right, Jeremy?
Yep. That's just
why
one
they
of
do
the
it?
funky things in YouTube.
Because there'll be people like, oh, I don't get a notification. Same thing. You got to hit that bell, and sometimes you got to unhit the bell and re-hit the bell again. So that would be a thing. Is sometimes they just unsubscribe people. I don't know why, Pebs. It's a horrible, 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 horrible thing. Why would they unsubscribe anybody? It's a free country.
I looked at Joan's comment here kind of quick. My eyes are a little messed up. For a second, I thought she said, "We stand with Jeremy. I will sign a pigeon."
Okay.
But that's not what she said.
Guapo, you look like Burger King in the hat. What do you think, Guapo?
I don't know, man. It's my favorite hat.
It's a nice hat.
It's one of them. I don't know. I got a lot of favorite hats. I got a ticket in this hat, though.
Ooh.
That wouldn't be my favorite hat if I got a ticket in it.
Well, Conky, he's gotten a ticket in the hat, out of the hat, probably sitting on the hat, at bat.
There's a lot of tickets and a lot of incidents with the hat.
At bat.
Not at bat.
2 strikes.
When he was fat.
3 strikes. When I was fat. When I had a cat.
I've never known you to have a cat.
I caught a rat.
When he paused and had a little sat.
When he was talking about this and that.
I'm going to go back and cut this, and I'm going to put music behind it.
You know, when he sat on a mat with his cat.
Why would he do that?
With his friend Pat.
Why they chit chat?
Why they chit chat?
Why is Guapo always lap?
Oh my gosh. Who dat?
Who dat?
I just saw that pop up all of a sudden. Who dat?
When the siren goes on and Guapo goes, who dat?
Oh man. Who dat in that hat with that cat in their lap?
He sat with his cat on a mat, trapped a rat when he was talking about this and that.
While wearing that hat?
While wearing that hat.
That is fun.
Remember on Gilmore, he's like, you can lay by the bay and eat some hay. I just may. What do you say?
Oh man.
Oh, that's funny. Yo, Cheryl iPad is still the same name because she won an iPad on my channel. So that's not her real last name. Her name is Cheryl Butler. But her name is Cheryl iPad right now.
Cheryl iPad.
Oh, that's funny.
Cheryl iPad. Oh my gosh.
Oh man.
I still got Conky's toys I gotta get to.
Yeah, I got an auction here in about 20 minutes.
An auction.
Yeah, I'm going on Whatnot tonight. So
you heard it, ladies and gentlemen. You heard it here first. Conky is questioning his circle of friends. This has the first time. Conky, how many times have you questioned the circle of friends of yours?
It's easier to tell you when I don't question it.
Right.
Yeah, when do you not? That's a good question.
All the situations Conky never thought he would be in, and then he was in because he hung out with us.
Mm-hmm.
Jumping out of an airplane.
Yeah, as I'm flying out of a plane at 16,000 feet, say, what the hell am I doing here?
For Conky.
Jumping a motorcycle. Over 3 vehicles.
I know I didn't get 100, but here, I'm ready.
Hold on, I got
it.
It wasn't saying on the bottom. It doesn't get. Ooh. Now that is awesome. Wow, that is awesome.
What the hell's is that?
A metal Joker bottle opener.
Whoa. Dang.
That is cool.
Ooh.
Sour Trail Kids, the movie.
That's a sneak peek for everybody of a video that's
Are we all gonna watch it?
How much for the Joker bottle opener?
It's not for sale.
Dang,
JK needs to put Burger King crown on that.
Somebody already called dibs on it.
Who did?
You have to watch the video.
Gonna have to watch the video.
All right. Well,
Sweet
guess
freak.
what? I'm about to order one.
How cool is that?
It's really cool. There's one for $29.99 with Harley Quinn as well.
Thanks, Sue Freak. Thank you, Sue Freak.
Yeah, this one's already been called dibs.
Yeah, that's okay, man. I'll just buy one.
Who do you think did it, man?
I think Rob dibbed it.
Mike!
They got one for $14. I think I can find it cheaper.
I think you should buy two of them. One to use and one to keep.
I don't really open any bottles.
No bottles.
It ain't about opening bottles. It's about having the collectible.
Yeah. You ain't lying.
I think it's very cool.
Here's who it's made by. iCup. Well, it's distributed by iCup.
That is awesome.
We're gonna see what's up, man.
That's cool stuff right there.
Yeah, that's a cool piece, man. You see me searching it. That's a nice one.
People said it looked like the Judge.
Do I want it though? I don't know if I want it. No, I'm gonna vote no.
Just buy Guapo.
Man, dude, I've been buying. I mean, if certain Joker pieces stand out to me, dude, I'm buying them. You know, my whole kitchen is Joker.
Because he's a joker. He's a smoker.
Midnight.
Oh, I didn't know there was more words.
That laugh is killing me. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, man. Oh, that's funny.
He gets his lovin' on the run.
Let me just set up.
1, 2. Oh, you could do it, Guapo. Da-na-na. Da-na-na. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Washboard abs, Guapo.
Jeremy, that's so funny, dude. I got something that you want, Jeremy. I bet you can guess what it is.
Oh, baby, you got what I need. But you said he's just a friend.
Guess what it is,
You
Jeremy?
said he's just a friend. Oh, baby, you
Jeremy!
got what I need. But you said he's just a friend. You said he's just a friend.
Jeremy,
Oh, baby, you
Where'd everybody
got
go?
what I need. You say he's just a friend. All right. So back to the conspiracy theory, Conky.
So you got that all drawn out now, huh?
Oh yeah, we got suspects. The usual suspects, Conky. We got the lady that's been there 3 weeks, the manager and the other manager that cut the locks, a nephew, and the guy that rented a storage unit online that may not even really exist. Could all be a cover.
I don't know. So the guy that rented the other storage unit, does he still have the unit there, or did he move out?
There's never anything in the unit. He just rented it online to get access, supposedly, to the storage facility. But if he did that, why would he punch in a bunch of codes and get a fake gate code? Or why would he need a gate code unless the code his code didn't work after 11 o'clock, but he was just smart enough to keep punching in numbers to get that right gate code out of how many possibilities are there?
That doesn't sound right.
That don't sound right? So once again, you go back to if the guy rented the unit, the only reason he would rent the unit to get access. But they're saying that, I don't know. I'm going to file it with the police.
Now, if his address went back to a locksmith place, could that have been the company that put in the gate code system?
That's a good question. But it didn't ring a bell to these people, but they might not know who hired them because, the main company might have hired them, or that company could have subcontracted this company. You know how it goes sometimes. They could have subcontracted out the business and, they take their cut and they have these people put it in. So that is a question I need to do.
But here's the real question, I guess, because
she said she's just a friend. Jeremy's still singing. Oh, baby, sorry, Conky. You got what I need. Oh, Jeremy.
So how hard are the police going at this?
Well, when I was there, he called out another. You got what I need. He called out another officer to come out there and take a look at it. Now that's why I'm waiting to get this police report, and I will be doing an update. Hopefully there'll be some answers. I already filed out the victim report, so if anyone does get arrested, they're supposed to contact me. If the person goes to jail, anything else, or gets prosecuted, anything, they're supposed to contact me. Because I filled out the victim whatever report. So,
but if it happened before the
auction,
I guess before the end of the auction, technically the victim is the estate of the deceased person who owned the unit.
Well, I don't know if it'd be because that person.
Well, if the guy's dead, the guy's dead. There's still an estate.
Well, I understand, but they're closing on it. You know what I'm saying? So obviously the estate. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
Well, the estate can't close until technically the estate can't close until all assets have been accounted for, and probably some other things. But
I'm saying that the thing is that no one paid it. It's in foreclosure. You know what I'm saying? It's in delinquency. The unit.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. The guy, if he was alive, or the estate after his death, has the right to cure the delinquency at any time up until the time is paid for.
Well, obviously, I know, but they didn't. I already paid for the unit.
It doesn't matter.
Well, I'm just saying, Conky, I paid for the unit.
Right, but what I'm saying is at the time the crime took place.
But they don't know when the crime took place.
Hmm?
There's no proof of what time the crime took place, so that's all hearsay.
Yeah, but you can, like we figured out, it was actually before. If you were there an hour later and the stuff was gone, like with my unit where they stole all the car parts out. Obviously, that took place before the auction ended because I was sitting there as the auction ended and went right back immediately. That's why, I guess technically the victim of that crime was whoever owned the unit before it sold at auction. But that's why I'm kind of surprised that in this case,
the victim of the crime. I mean, technically, I bought the unit under the thing that unit was what it was, and they're the ones that were supposed to secure the unit,
right?
And they didn't secure it properly.
But no, I don't know. People just don't look at it that way. Like if you buy something online, say you buy something on eBay, for example,
mm-hmm.
and they don't send you what you buy. All you get is your money back. You don't get what
your time, effort, energy.
Yeah, all that. people when they, well, like for example, that lot of cars I bought, the Hot Wheels off of Goodwill. There was potentially a $5,000 car in there. Now, if I wouldn't have gotten that, I'd have lost out on the the $4,500 profit I could have sold that car for. Well, nobody seems to care about that.
No, they don't.
You know what I mean? Because technically, when you buy something, when you pay for it, it becomes yours. The only question is, was it there when you paid for it?
Yeah, the code got in and out. They know the code when it was used in and out. Supposedly it was a 24-hour code, Connie. So, and supposedly there's not many of these 24-hour codes. So that's one thing that always makes me, who came up with the 24-hour code? Where did they get the 24-hour code from? Supposedly they said there was a bunch of entries, the person, and then re-entered a bunch of times, and then finally got a code that worked. It's very possible, but
is that just something that they said, or did they show you that?
Well, that's what she said. This is what she said that she was looking at on the computer.
Okay, can they show you that though?
Supposedly,
it's an inside job.
Hopefully, I'll get this information from the sheriff department when I get all the stuff.
Here's what I'm saying though: if it's an inside job, then that's something that they would say to kind of throw you off the scent.
Well, the other thing was that the officer said, listen, they said, well, they shut the cameras off, okay? Or deactivated camera, or however, they did something with the cameras.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the lady turned them back on, but the police officer said, well, didn't you have up to the time when you turned off the cameras? Isn't that still recorded somewhere? And she said, well, we don't have anything for that day. And I thought that was kind of strange because you would think, possible. So I don't know.
So it was shut off before that then.
That's what I'm thinking. The camera was shut off. And then the weird thing is she said she turned them back on that day, that morning, because when they realized they were shut off or whatever. How does she turn them back on? Did she go out to the box? I mean, to me, it's like they didn't come into the office to turn off the camera. So there's a box where the camera thing is, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, someone knew the value of the stuff that was in there. And the value was so great that they stole the stuff.
Right.
So was it an inside job or somebody else that knew this gentleman who was an antique dealer? And I seen things in there from the 1800s. So he could have had baseball cards. Like I told people, he could have had a Mickey Mantle rookie card. He could have had a Babe Ruth rookie card for all we know.
For some reason,
$200,000 storage unit, Conky.
Yeah. Stop there. My phone was making a noise. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's another thing. Well, you could always enter on foot, Lauren. That's one thing. I mean, there's not a barbed wire fences around these facilities. The fences are usually, I mean, I've climbed them over myself, just to be honest with you. And it's not, anyone could get into the facilities. If you want to get into them, that's not hard. I mean, Conky would tell you that. I mean, you could jump over the fence. You could put a ladder up. You could pull up your pickup truck. It depends how agile you are climbing.
Yeah. But you still have to get the stuff out.
Right. And then like the crazy thing is that if you stole it, you would think, okay, you're going to cut the lock off and just take the stuff out, not somehow open that lock, put that lock on, put another lock on there, take out. And then why wouldn't they put the red tag back on? Because people are like, well, they don't want to draw attention. So why did they take that red tag? Where did the red tag go?
Well, the red tag, they would have had to cut that off.
Correct. But you could have put it back on and make it look like it's on still.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, why would you put the red lock on though and not the red tag though? And that's the stuff I'm thinking is if I'm trying to put my head in a criminal. I'm not a criminal, okay? But I'm trying to put my head as in a criminal. If you want someone not to notice it, wouldn't you put everything back how it was? I mean, if you're going to take off this red lock, take the time to pick it, or however you got the red lock off. If you are someone that doesn't have a key to it, and then put it back on, you would think, okay, well, I'm going to do the same with this red tag. I'm going to cut it, and then I can put it back on and make it look like it. I can put a piece of tape around. I mean, there's lots of things you could do.
Well, you know, there's ways to examine a lock and tell whether or not it's been picked versus just opened with keys. You know, if you're picking a lock, there's evidence that you leave behind when you pick a lock like that. So if it was picked, fine. If it wasn't picked, then okay, who's got the damn keys? You know.
Well, then people said you could take 2 hammers or something and supposedly pop open those.
Yeah, but doesn't that damage the lock? Doesn't that leave evidence that you did that?
I didn't see any evidence of that. Conky, isn't there a contract when you rent a unit that gives the owners the right to keep it if they default, then the right to sell?
Well, no, the law says that right up until the time the auction unit is paid for, the owner, you know, the original owner can pay the bill and get the unit back.
Yeah, there is laws with just auctioning off someone's contents because they rent that at that time. When they rent it, it's almost like their space. So you can't, like a storage, technically, storage facility is not allowed to just enter a storage unit. Technically, they should never go into a storage unit until it actually sells. Like there's managers go in there and take pictures and go in and touch the stuff. Legally, they're not allowed to, from my understanding. Is that correct, Hawks?
Yeah, because it's not their stuff.
It's like going into someone's apartment without notice, giving them a notice.
Right.
You're not allowed to just go in someone's apartment, even though you're the landlord. Like I'm a landlord. I can't just walk into one of my tenants' houses without giving them a 24-hour notice.
And the same thing goes if your house is in foreclosure. You're allowed to cure the default right up until the time. Actually, with houses, it goes beyond the sale date. It goes a few weeks beyond the sale date. But with storage units, they could be selling, you know, I could rent a unit, fill it with stuff, not pay on it, and all the way up until the time the guy goes up belly up to the counter and starts flipping the money down on the counter, I can go in there and pay my back rent, and all my stuff should be there untouched. If it's not, somebody has stolen from me, not the buyer.
I want you to finish your story from earlier, Conky.
Oh yeah,
and please tell us what you saw today. I saw lots of stuff today.
I talked about wanting to build a building on my property, and I talked about wanting to make it a certain size, and there was a restriction that the zoning inspector told me about a restriction in size where I can only go 25% bigger than what I already have. And I didn't really look at the rule that said that. And so I asked for a variance saying, may I go larger than 25% bigger than the size that I have? And I asked for the variance without actually looking at the rule. I went and asked for the variance, and they said, no, you can't do that. We don't want you to build anything there anyway. We're not going to make it easy for you. Well, I finally sat down with the zoning inspector and looked at the rule, and what we discovered together was there is no rule that prohibits me from building at the size I want.
Well, that's good.
So I didn't even need to go in and ask. But now that I have, and they said no, we have to talk to, actually the zoning inspector has to talk to the township lawyer to make sure that she can offer me a zoning permit now. Otherwise, I'll probably have to hire a lawyer and fight for it. But it turned out that the 25% bigger thing didn't apply to what I was trying to do. So my mistake was in asking in the beginning and not just going at them with the attitude that that what they think that applies to me doesn't. So we're going to I'll either have to hire a lawyer or I'll just we'll get this straightened out. But I'm just waiting to hear back what I got to do. So, but again, that was my screw up. I should have looked at that and gone in there, with basically both guns out, saying, "Look, this doesn't apply to me. You have no other rule that says that I can't build a building I want. Issue the permit, or we're going to court."
Nice.
It's the way you got to treat these people. They think that, I bought the piece of land. I own the piece of land. I'm paying taxes on it. I pay the upkeep. I want to do something that's perfectly legal, and they stand around and act like it's their right to interfere with what I want to do with my own property. And sometimes they have to be taught.
Oh yeah, I've seen it happen so many times. I mean, just in Cleveland alone, I've seen people that wanted to develop property and all this stuff, and actually, you would think the city would be like, "Oh my gosh, all this revenue, tax dollars, and all this stuff like that," but no.
Well, but what's funny is, Cleveland, somebody like me or you, if we wanted to go up against the city of Cleveland, we'd have a fight on their hands because of their resources. They can hire a lawyer to.
Yeah, they got lawyers already. Yeah.
Right. Well, when you talk about the little townships that I want to build this in, they don't have the resources to match. Kind of like with Jeremy and Lynette. You know what I mean? It's weird, but they say you can't fight City Hall, but when City Hall's so small and you've been to their budget meetings and you know how much money they got sitting in the coffers and what they want to spend it on, you can, I don't want to say take advantage of that, because if you're not in the right to begin with, it's wrong to go after them and just say, look, I'm just going to outspend you to get what I want.
Right.
But when they're just trying to be bullies and they're just trying to throw their weight around, then I say, yeah, run them into the ground.
And they said they wanted me to talk about what I saw today. I don't know if I was talking about what I saw. I could tell you my day started off. I went and looked. I signed a contract actually for a gentleman. His wife passed away. And he ended up getting remarried, moved in with his new wife. And but he was married 50 some years, and so now his house where he lived, his whole wife had a huge collection of dolls. Unfortunately, her large purse collection's mostly gone. She had a bunch of Coach purses, like over 100 Coach purses. I don't know how many are left. We'll see. He has a bunch of coins, so hopefully we'll get to sell those. There's tools. There's all kind of interesting pieces throughout the house. So I signed that contract today, so I got to see all kind of cool stuff. Yesterday, they came and picked up the car I sold, the 1930 Ford 5-window coupe.
What did that eventually wind up selling for?
Not for enough, Conky.
But they let it go anyway?
Oh, yeah. Here's the thing. They tried to sell it already. They had it for 35. They lowered it down. So they got to me. They said, "Hey, listen, we'll just start at 20." I started 20 and went for 21. And people were like, "Oh, one thing is that it's a very select amount of people that want to buy that vehicle." The second thing is that the newer generation of people, they're not interested in 1930 Fords, 1957 Chevys. People like Guapo, they don't want to buy that kind of stuff. So the car values, like a 1957 Chevy when I was a kid, compared to now, the desirability is not even close to as strong. When I was a kid, everybody I knew, like they were my dad's age, everyone 1957 Chevy or wanted that, Now some cars, Corvette,
Well,
Stingray,
okay,
split window, just goes
so-
up in value. But go ahead, Conky.
Rob, there's a difference between what you sold and just as an example, I don't know if you saw
It's not
Roy.
100% original. It was a restored thing that was stripped down. It's, you know what I'm saying? They the engine's not original.
Well, the engine's not original, but it's what's called a resto mod. Okay,
Right.
it is that car when it came out was completely different than what it looks like now. It is so personalized, with the way it was built, that the more you personalize something, not even just a car, the more you personalize something, the narrower the customer base for it. Whereas
one guy wanted to buy a Conky, and he went there and he couldn't fit behind the wheel. It was like not, it wasn't comfortable for him behind the wheel.
Right.
So that's one reason he decided not to bid on it, because their dad was 5'8" or something like that, and his dad built the car and it made it. He did. If his dad was 6'3", he would have made it farther back, or what I'm saying?
Right.
Because that's just a bench seat. There, it doesn't move back and forth. I don't think at all.
But if you have, for example, like a 60s or 70s muscle car,
well, that's a different. Yeah.
See, those cars, they don't modify those too much, except for to update like the braking systems and things like that.
Well, those are meant for race cars.
Yeah, but they're not safe the way they were built. Okay.
Right. I'm just saying those are meant for a race car compared to like a 1934 wasn't really meant to be a race car.
Right. So when you look at a car like a 70 Mustang, you know what I mean? And it looks like it did when it rolled off the showroom floor. That thing is you're gonna have about the widest buyer base for that car as you're ever gonna have. It's when they're personalized that you kind of lose that.
Well, yeah, I agree with that. It's definitely the market. Well, and right now, those cars are like 70s and even the 80s muscle cars. They're starting to go up and up in value and stuff like that. But everything peaks out at some point. And the newer generation, these people are, like my son, I don't know what they're, when his age, they're going to probably want, like 90s muscle car, like these Subarus and like those Toyotas and stuff like that are, all souped up. I don't know, like stuff from like Fast and the Furious kind of cars.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's just every generation, you kind of want like that car when you were a kid, like right now, like, 80s Mustangs and Firebirds and all that stuff. Those values have been going up and up. 15, 20 years ago, you get those for nothing.
Yeah, but I don't know. See,
I'm not saying they're good muscle cars, Conky. I'm just saying, that there's people out there buying them.
What's funny is these muscle cars. I remember when you could pick up a 70 Mustang for $500. You know what I mean?
Right.
Should have bought 10 of them.
And there's cars out there right now you could buy cheap that will be worth value later on. It's just that you want to holding a vehicle is it takes up a lot of space. And if you don't do any maintenance or nothing to it, if you're out there starting it every day, stuff like that, it's way. I was trying to tell that to Guapo because he was talking about keeping this Corvette. And I said, you can keep the Corvette, but one, you got to store it, and two, you got to take care of it. If you're just going to leave it sit there and then you're going to come out there, put it in there all winter and come out in the summer and try to start it, Guapo, you know what I'm saying? It might not happen.
Well, I mean, yeah, there's things you got to do to a car. If you're going to put it away, there's things you got to do to it to make it so that it's going to run when you go to get it out.
Yeah, and that's what I was trying to explain, Guapo. I said, that kind of car like that, especially a classic vehicle, I mean, you got to take care of it. And, so I told him, if you want to do all that, that's fine, or sell it and make your money.
Yeah. If I were him, I would just sell it and get the money.
And they're fun to drive and everything else. But, like he said today, he said, it's all fiberglass. You get in an accident with it. Those things crush up pretty quick.
Well, that, and you got to check those things because they rust.
No, yeah, there's the frames and the
people think that Corvettes don't rust. If you've ever been underneath one of those things, they rust bad. So you got to check them and make sure that they're not screwed up.
Yeah, it's a beautiful Corvette though. That's for sure.
Yeah, it looked good from.
Yeah, the T-tops are always nice. So basically what's going on, Conky, I'm waiting. Hopefully Highway Patrol will have all of my information so I can put out a video next week and we can maybe get some more information. And I just hope I don't have to start going. I do have a lot of information that I didn't release in the video. Like I do have the name of their suspect. I have the address that suspect gave. So I do have some things I can follow up on. But first I want to see what the police, how far they gotten, where they're at. I'm also going to speak to the detective. I'll videotape all this stuff, see what I can find out for you guys. And then tomorrow, though, second part of the video from this 8x20 store, or we've got a shipping container that I purchased. If you guys didn't see the first video, check it out. This video, I'm telling you, this unit, it's Jeff he was like, I never seen a unit like this. And he's been buying units for 15 years. So it is crazy. It is crazy. And 45 lots of slot cars, Conky.
There were 45 of them in there?
No. That's how many lots we put together.
Lots.
Right. First of all, I took a few. I had to take a few, Conky.
Yeah.
And then I found these General Lee. This is just, I don't know if it's in tomorrow's video or the next day video. I don't know when I found it. Might be in the third day. I don't know. But I found this General Lee, these two General Lee slot cars, brand new. And one of them has mud all over it. And the other one's just like regular. And then I looked them up and they're like about $100 a piece or so. And there's one that has like white tires out there. I don't have that one, but I have like the one that has, like, it's crazy because it's like, it just looks like it drove through the mud, you know. It looks so awesome. It's got like mud splattered all over it, but that's how it comes. It's brand new package.
Neat.
Yeah. So, and then I'll show you a couple pictures. All the people that stayed. Here's a couple sneak peeks. See, you guys stayed. I'm gonna
have to watch that slot car auction. I'm probably gonna get myself in trouble there.
Conky, there's so much good stuff in this auction. I'm gonna show you. This is just the first stuff we set up.
Oh wow!
See that General Lee there? Comes
is that a die cast or is that
die cast General Lee? The one, whatever, 8 scale or whatever, 10 scale.
118. Yeah, that's probably 100.
And it comes with the 164 scale with it in the box.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Okay. Now watch this. This wasn't even in the video. I didn't even get the chance to go to the bottom of some of these boxes, and then Jeff put out a bunch of stuff. 2 sealed Game Boy Advance games, Adventures of Link, Zelda 2, and Metroid sealed.
Jeez.
I mean, Nintendo right there is Yoshi's Cookie. You got, see those figures there?
Yeah.
One is probably about $7,500. That's a Yu-Gi-Oh figure, the brown one, and then the other one's Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. That's probably $100-$200 figure. Then games, Nintendo, original PlayStation 2. I'll show you another picture, Conky. Here's another different table. All the Nintendo games. See the green?
In the middle there, yeah.
That's a Nintendo 64 green version. We also have the red version. That's probably about $150-$200 right there.
Huh.
Here's some more fun. T-shirts, Hot Wheels, models.
Wow.
Oh, you're gonna like this table, Conky.
Ah, neat.
See, there's it's the orange one. I said it was red. It's orange. See, they're orange Nintendo 64 over there.
Yeah. All the Hess trucks, the
Diecast. There's
Hot Wheels,
Matchbox, Hot Wheels. There's other cars. Oh, here's a better picture there of the orange one. Look at all these video games.
Those are all video games, huh?
All video games, Conky. You see the Nintendo GameCube back there?
Yep.
Right over here. Yep. Oh yeah, hold on. Like here's one inside one box. This is the box. I didn't even get to go to the bottom. I didn't even know this stuff was down there. All Sega Genesis games in the original packaging.
God.
But basically, every system you could imagine, Conky, on and on. So much. You guys are going to have to check out the videos. You will not believe some of the stuff I find in there. Huge, huge, huge score. Huge score. And, you know, sometimes you hit big. Sometimes you just hit a little. Sometimes you miss. But that's why we do what we do. We love what we do.
Well, you got to score big every once in a while to make up for the people that steal everything out of the unit that you bought.
True. Karma. That's my karma coming back to me. And boom, paying off. Unbelievable unit. And if you guys haven't, you need to check out Conky's Flippin Adventures on Saturday, 8 o'clock. He'll be doing his show. Sometimes he does some auctions. You're going to do auction this week?
I doubt it.
Okay, probably not auction this week. And then Guapo, I guess he's on Whatnot now. John Boy, wow, I have an Atari collection. That's awesome. And Atari, we have that Atari in there. It has 60 games pre-built on it. One of those flashback Ataris in there, John Boy. But Atari collection is cool. There's a lot of cool games out there. And then What the Hales, Sunday Fun Day, of course. Finding right here. Conky's live Saturday at Conky's Flippin Adventures. And Sunday Fun Day, What the Hales. And then this Saturday, guys, online auction, 40-year estate. If you guys seen the video, the people collected for over 40 years. There's something for everybody in this auction. I'm telling you, Conky, if you haven't looked at it, there's everything from comic books to video games to glassware to uranium glass. There's furniture. There's models. There's Barbie dolls. There's antique dolls. Some in the original boxes. Over 50 brand new Barbies in the original boxes all the way back to the 1980s. There's some die cast. I'm telling you, it's all over the board. There's antiques, collectibles, artwork, wall hanging. There's a mantle, this unbelievable ornate mirror. I mean, there's so much stuff. Amazing stuff. And this is just the first auction. So these people collected for over 40 years. Check it out. I mean, there's some crazy, crazy, crazy stuff. And then the one hoarder house, I'm going to put out a video. But that hoarder house, this guy had so many brand new tools and other things. You guys will see the video. I got me going through the house, and then I'll show you what we took from the first load from the hoarder house. I'm going back there tomorrow. Then the other hoarder house where the lady has all the firearms, I talked to her. So hopefully be going back there shortly. She's been doing all kind of crazy stuff. She's been under the weather. She's had to move her dad from another facility and all kind of stuff. Then I told her how much money that I made her. And she's got a little bit more motivated to have us come back out there, Conky.
Yeah, that'll usually do it.
Because people are always shocked. And that's what I do. I make money for a lot of people out there. And if you guys know anyone that ever needs assistance, that's what I'm here for. Second Sense Auctions, doing it a long time. And, you know, a lot of times people get overwhelmed. The guy I was with today, you know, he was overwhelmed. He has this whole house full of stuff. His wife passed away. He goes there, has memories of his, you know, his wife. And, you know, I get the opportunity to not only help him get all that stuff out of there for him, but also give all a new life. And he doesn't have to deal with it. and he gets the satisfaction of, hey, listen, you know, I mean, it's tough. I mean, I can imagine being married to someone 50 years, they pass away, and now you're moving on, you know. It's a big, you know, that's a huge thing. You know, you had a family together, you lived together for, I mean, 50 years. I could never imagine it, you know, God forbid I lost my wife. I know I'll go first, so she's going to be the one stuck, you know. So, but we appreciate everybody out there watching. And like I said, you guys, if you haven't checked out the video, check out the video. If you haven't checked out the police video, check out that video. Both of those videos, unbelievable. But the storage, I should say shipping container, 8x20. I'm still in awe. And basically, I'm going to put it all in one auction, Conky. Well, I'm going to put all the video games, toys, and collectible stuff in one auction. But then there's things like pellet guns and knives and, you know, Pyrex and things like that. I'll put that stuff in a different auction, you know.
Yeah.
But it's going to be interesting to see how much money this $510 storage unit makes.
Well, I can tell you right now, just sight unseen, the slot cars will pay for it. And then some.
That's why I bought it originally, Conky.
Yeah.
That's why I originally bought it, because I figured that same fact. I figured, well, the slot car should pay for it. And it's going to be unbelievable. I got so many great auctions coming up. So if you guys need anything, go secondsense.com. Don't forget. And if you know, don't forget, check out Conky's channel. Check out Guapo. Check out What the Hales. Anything you want to say, Conks?
I'm still, I got the slot cars in my head. I'm sorry.
Oh.
No, I'm good.
Well, I'm going to do a quick prayer.
Okay.
All right, Lord, thank you for bringing us together in your name. We appreciate all the blessings you've bestowed upon us and all the people out there that are watching in this community tonight. Any special intentions, Lord? I saw someone that had healed them, bless them, or any pain, suffering that they may be going through, or any of their family members, or any close people to them, friends. Just hear their prayers, Lord. Help them any way you can. And once again, we appreciate you bringing us together in your name. Amen.
Amen.
And we appreciate every single one of you out there. And, you know, we love getting together. We had a lot of fun tonight. When the four of us get together, it's always a good time. Conky sometimes scratches his head and what the heck did I get myself into?
Yeah, well, here I am though.
So, but we do love getting together with everybody. And like I said, definitely check out the videos. If you haven't checked them out, check out tomorrow's video. Check out the auctions. I got a bunch of auctions up there right now. Tons and tons of great stuff. I said Saturday's auction, there's something for everybody across the gambit. Like I said, there's everything from comic books, there's dolls and glassware, uranium glass, there's furniture, there's artwork, there's angels, and I mean, it goes on and on. So much stuff. It's unbelievable. I mean, I can't remember half the stuff. That's how crazy it is. Even Conky want to buy some stuff, so that's how you know.
I'll probably wind up
spending
some money on some slot cars.
And once again, like I said, thank you guys so much. Anything else you want to say, Conks?
Yeah. Good night to everybody. I'll see you guys Saturday on my show at 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock Saturday, Conky's Flippin Adventures. And good night, sweetheart.